Hello, my love. So, what's up? Today we are talking about light language shadows, which I'm sure you have probably never heard anyone talk about before. Light language shadows and how to release the resistance around light language. Hello, my loves. Hello, beautiful soul. Hello, beautiful soul. So, I'm also recording this for the podcast and YouTube. So if you're like, where are you interacting at? It's because I'm on Instagram right now. So hello to my beautiful souls on Instagram, beautiful souls watching and listening to YouTube and or the podcast. I love you all. And I'm so excited to make this because honestly, I feel like lately I've been doing a lot of shadow work. Oh, well, you know what? I received that. I hope you're doing well. I know I have not been on Instagram Live in a really long time, but I'm so excited to be here. I have just kind of been growing, expanding, ascending. Like that's what I've been doing. And I have just, juicy information to come your way. And like I said, today we're talking about light language shadows, which I have never seen anyone speak about. But after, being a light language activator for over 3+ years, I see it all the time. So it makes sense that we should be talking about this. So if you are, if you, have your own expansion of teaching light language and you haven't taught about light language shadows or anything like that, maybe this is going to inspire you. Or maybe you are ready to take your next level with light language and you're like, holy shit, this is why I haven't been able to take my, that big shift, that big step with light language. And, or maybe there are other shadows that you haven't taken a look at yet. And this will help you move some shit that no longer serves you. So welcome, come hang out, let's play. Let me know how you are feeling today. Let me know how you're feeling. I know it's the end of April, literally it's the end of April. I feel like it was just January. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're going to start this off with a light language expansion. And this light language expansion is really going to help you. Beautiful. Hello, my loves. This light language expansion is going to help you solidify a deeper connection with your soul, your sovereign higher self, and co-creation with the universe. So you always get something from these beautiful expansions. Take a deep breath in. And you might see it looks like what I'm doing right here is so I'm shifting codes inside of you, and as always, you can come here and just be receptive and receive, or you can just come here and be, a fly on the wall and just see what's going down. But if you're receptive to it, you're going to receive these beautiful shifts. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of like coding and activating your field with these new levels of your soul gifts and your soul expansion. And you're like, Melissa, I never ever gave you, the right to do that. And then what I'm saying is you came to the live. When you come to the live, my team, the universe checks in with your team. And the reason you come to the live or watch the replays is because you want this. So it's not like, oh, I just came here because I accidentally pressed it. It was because you were meant to be here. Like, have you ever accidentally landed on something on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and you're like, oh, damn, I really needed this? Like, that was it this morning. I put my phone down and I think I had opened Instagram. I put my phone down and one of my friends, she had this song, and I didn't even listen to her thing. I didn't even see it. I just sat my phone down. And right when I sat my phone down, I said to myself, it was like, what do I desire today? Or what do I want to do today? I literally said that, what do I want to do today? And then the song came on, I want to shine my light and like shift the world. And I was like, okay, soul message, thank you. I was like, that's pretty accurate. But so, there's no coinky dinky. There's no coinky dinkies because the universe is always guiding us and always leading us. And the more that we really ground into that information and knowing like there's no coinky dinkies. And if I just look, you know, at what's straight in front of me, right? So I always say this because it is what it is. For example, if you're like, oh my God, universe, I want to manifest more money. I want to manifest more money. I want to manifest more money. And then the universe is like, here's a mentor teaching money. 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 The universe is like, I'm giving you all these options, but it's the inner being, your inner reality. What? Wait, what just happened, y'all? Okay, y'all, that was crazy. Because all I did is touch my heart, and did anyone see this? Can you confirm if you saw this on Instagram? Because it was crazy. It was like I had fireworks coming, behind my head. I felt like, Mother Mary, Master Mother Mary. That was crazy. Put a heart in the chat if you saw that, because that was wild. I saw it on my end. It was like I went dark and I literally had like fireworks coming out behind me. That was crazy. Please, please, someone tell me you saw that. That was insane. Maybe I'll try it again. No, it didn't work this time. That was crazy. Because all I did is do this. That's crazy. Whatever, y'all. It is what it is. We're magic. And I'm fireworks today. That's what it is. My soul is lighting up right now. We'll just take it as that. My soul loves to channel. It just is what it is. So, okay. Once again, going back to remind me where we were. Okay, the biggest thing is just fully knowing that the universe is always co-creating with you and integrating with you. So if you're asking for something, pay attention because the universe is trying to guide you forward, right? So that's what it is. That's what I wanted to say. So let's talk about light language shadows. And I have a little side note here because I want to make sure I talk about all of these because I feel like, the collective really not only just for light language, but honestly, just shadow work, y'all. When I first started my spiritual journey, and let me just take a deep breath in, everyone take a deep breath in. I always feel like when I channel, things are coming down so fast, and I'm like, wait, let's just take a moment. So when I started you can do shadow work in many different ways. When I started my journey on the spiritual path, I did shadow work with my inner child. That was like the into it. That was where I started. And then when I moved forward, it's not like I was really doing shadow work, but I was still highlighting what no longer served me with manifestation. That really helped me release a lot of shadows, right? And then I did, I obviously I would always see my beautiful energy healer. Who else did I see? Yeah, I would see my energy healer. And obviously I had my coaches and mentors in the beginning. So it was helping me, uncover these shadows that were just kind of keeping me stuck and stagnant. So when we look at light language shadows, and these are the three biggest ones. Three. So if you speak light language or you want to speak light language or you already speak light language, but you're not doing anything with it, let me bring you the tea. The tea is number one, inner child. Oh, our inner child with light language, our inner child is like, no, 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 that is too weird. That is too weird for the world, especially if as a child you were teased or you didn't feel confident or you didn't feel like you kind of fit in. Your inner child is like, I am not about to do anything that makes me stand out. Do you remember what we went through? Right. So for me, I was teased a lot and I was teased so much that I would tell my mom that I was sick so I didn't have to go to school. So when I started doing my light language, honestly, my inner child didn't affect me that much because I was pretty much receiving healing at least every other week or once a week as well. Okay, let's turn you off. Be present in your life. I am. The reminder came on my phone. Be present in your life. I am present, y'all. I hope you are present here with me as well. And if you're live and are watching the replay. So, when it comes to light language, your inner child, if and it's going to kind of tie into everything. Hello, beautiful soul. Hello, love. Hello, my love. So we're talking all about light language shadows. We're on the inner child right now. So, for example, if you are learning light language and you feel like your light language is just not coming through, your inner child, talk to the queen first. Talk to the king, queen. Talk to them first, right? And something that you can do Place your hand over your heart. And if you are on a light language journey right now, or maybe you're even getting started, place your hand over your heart. You can just address your inner child. Hello, beautiful inner child. I love you. I adore you. You're amazing. Maybe there's something else you wanted to say, your inner child. And then you can let your inner child know, hey, inner child, I'm really excited about going on this light language path. Or maybe it's a money journey, because that's what's coming up too. So if any of you are on a money journey, hey, inner child, I'm really excited to go on this light language path or money journey. And are you fearful of this light language path? Right? My inner child's like, no, we've been doing this way too long, right? We've been doing this way too long. And if your inner child's like, yes, then you can tell her, okay, what is it about light language that you don't feel safe? You ask your inner child that. What about light language, you know, doesn't make you feel safe? So some of the things which I'm going to get into, the fear of being seen and being heard. And just like what I spoke about before, if there are still parts of your inner child that feels really wounded from your childhood, you felt like the outcast, or you felt like no one listened to you, or you felt like you were the black sheep of the family, the last thing you're going to do is want to go be different, right? You're going to want to fit in. You're going to want people to like you, right? People pleasing. Stay with me here. So no words, just sound. Let's see. I have been singing in the shower and it feels like light language. It it felt like a conversation with my soul. I can't explain it. Oh, I love that. Yeah, light language can come from your soul, especially when you're on this brink of like it's time for you to really integrate and expand with light language even more. You might have work. This is another thing, y'all. Anyone that is here to speak light language um, is going through the most crazy transformations and upgrades. Like I have been going through upgrades, y'all, upgrades on upgrades on upgrades. The beautiful souls that are coming to the light language retreat in Bali, y'all are going through upgrades as well because you're getting ready. There's new layers of light language. We're gonna meet new layers of light language very soon. Hello, my love. We're gonna meet new layers of light language very soon. So it's preparing us. Also, insert. If you did not know, now you know. The Light Language Academy is on scholarship enrollment right now until April 30th. So tomorrow is the last day to sign up for the annual Light Language Academy scholarship. So if you have been interested in the Light Language Academy, the scholarship process is ending mañana, tomorrow. So if you are ready to accelerate your light language journey, make sure you apply for the Light Language Academy and jump in on that scholarship opportunity. Okay, so next, hello, my loves. Welcome, beautiful souls. Going back to the inner child, what will help you every day is if you already speak light language to your inner child. If you don't speak light language yet, you can just kind of rub your heart and say, hey, inner child, I'm really ready to go on this light language journey. I'm really, really ready to be seen, to be heard, to be valued for my soul gifts. I am open and available for this, right? Excuse me. I can already feel it shifting. I am open and available for this. Mm. Don't you guys feel the shift? It's so beautiful. I feel the collective shifting. I literally feel the collective shifting. It is dynamite. And that's another thing is like, when I'm doing these live experiences or even, recording them and putting them on the podcast or on YouTube, all of these codes are going out to the quantum. And whoever is like, I need support, can easily receive these codes and it can help them too. So even though they're not, physically watching or receiving, if they're ready for the next upgrade, then they can go, hey, thank you. Right. So for me, before I was activated in light language, my soul tribe, the people that were in my soul tribe that were activated in light language, were doing beautiful expansions and transmissions. And when you do it, it automatically goes up into your soul tribe. And anyone in your soul tribe has the opportunity to go, yes, please, thank you. I require that right now. Right. So finally, I was like, yes, please, thank you. And I started pulling, those beautiful activations from my soul tribe so that I would find light language here on this earthly plane, which is really cool. It's really cool. Like it's honestly this world that we live in and what we have access to is so wild. And the layers of it, the depth of it is so expansive and so juicy. Like I could geek out about it. I already feel myself wanting to geek out. I'm like, oh, where are my friends that I get to geek out? Like me and my friends, we geek out about this all the time. I'm like, normal people don't have this conversation all the time. No, I know it. People don't have, these conversations all the time. But when I get together with my really big, you know, activated um, soul tribe, our conversations are so expansive and so juicy. And like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So with your inner child, once again, if you're learning light language or wanting to bring it on, sit with her or him, sit with your inner children and just let them know that you feel safe and let them know that you are ready to go on this beautiful journey with light language and they'll get comfortable with it. Because for me, mine was being seen, mine was getting on Instagram lives, y'all. My inner child was like, no. And I was like, but we got to do it. So, my one of my healers, she was like, oh, well, you can just, ask your inner child to go play while you do your light language. That's something else you can do with light language as well, but I wouldn't recommend it because you don't want to have to ask your inner child to go play every time you're doing a healing session. You want your inner child to be on the journey with you. So that's why I feel like it's really important to work with your inner child with this. Hello, my loves. Hello, my loves. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so number 2 is past timelines. We're going to look at this not past lives. We're going to look at this as past timelines. So there's multiple channels coming down because we are going to look at past lifetimes, but we're not going to go too deeply into it. We're going to look more on the ancestral lineage of it, right? So past timelines, your timelines, as well as your ancestral lineage timelines. If a lot of your ancestors are here to speak light language, like mine are, then, if there's a lot of trauma in that, then you can literally, like, this year actually, I was, calling in this new level, and my ancestors were like, "Mm, mm, 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 mm." And it wasn't like no, it was more of like, you're not safe. That's not safe. So many of us tried that, and no, 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 no. And I was like, yo, do y'all know who I am? I'm Melissa Bates. I'm the light language queen. I am down for this, right? So it was like reminding my ancestors that I get it. You 100% grew up in a different time period, and now it is wildly accepted. And we can truly make some massive shifts, not only for the collective, but our ancestral lineage and obviously my soul path. And y'all know we go big in this lifetime. We go big here. If you know, you know. So when we look at the past timelines of your light language shadows, if you have had any type of trauma with light language in this lifetime, that can still be affecting you. Your girl experienced light language trauma in this lifetime. And there are still little pieces of me that are still healing from that light language trauma. But I will also tell you, even though I went through that really traumatic experience, I learned so much. And now I am beyond grateful because it has made me one of the most amazing channelers, light language facilitators, and activators, actors, as well as quantum healers. Because the way that I learned from my mentor, one of my mentors, I didn't learn the way that I teach my clients. And the reason why I teach my clients is because I went through that traumatic light language experience and I wanted no one else to go through that. Right. So then I went to another mentor that is one of the best channelers that I've ever met in this lifetime. And she really helped me build this really solid foundation for myself first and foremost. And then I bring that to my clients now to help them learn how to channel, speak light language, and quantum heal in 100% safety, 100% love, and really feeling protected while you're doing it. Right. So if you have, and it doesn't even have to be with light language, it could be a traumatic spiritual experience as a baby, right? A lot of times, you'll meet people that are like, oh my God, I used to have all these, this energy coming around me when I was a baby and I shut down everything, right? Or you had a traumatic experience in a timeline. I shut down everything because your light was shining so brightly that you had that experience and it kind of shut your light off. So now coming into light language, that's activating a really big piece of light. Like, holy shit, that's activating the sun, right? So if you have that traumatic experience from, your light being activated as a child and experiencing that and not being able to necessarily protect yourself or understand what was going on, you can easily shut down those avenues to access your spiritual gifts, even whether it be just channeling, right? So, hello, my loves. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if any of this is like resonating with you. Let me know if you have any questions, right? It's so funny. I'm going to call her. I've had her for a while. And today I was like, I'm going to try this caller out. And I'm vibing with her. But yes, let me know if you have any questions on what I've been saying, or maybe you feel like you have your own personal light language shadows. And if you want to volunteer, we can do a little light language shadow reading because that would be fun. So yeah, if you do want to volunteer, just drop a 1 in the chat. So past timelines on an ancestral level, this is something that's really big. She's cute, right? She's cute. She's cute. Um, this is something that's really big, right? Beautiful. Something that's really big is understanding that a lot of us here have come to, heal and release the ancestral wounds, of being healers, of being, these beautiful wave showers, of being light workers, of being earth angels, right? A lot of us have come to heal this. And the more that we understand that, the more that we're going, in this direction. And if we come up to like a bump or a block or a dip in the road, right? It's not going, oh my God, I'm shit. I'm not worthy of this. Of course, this is happening. It's going, why is this happening? What is this showing me? Where can I learn from this? God, source, universe of all there is. Can I just give you this? Right? God can take a lot. The other day when I was in the gym, I was like, God, take this, 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 God. Yeah, you got more room. I was like, thank you, I love you. And like, I was just going through this really massive purge, and I was like, y'all, I'm gonna give it to you today. I'm gonna offer it to you today, right? So it's also understanding that you don't have to go through all these shadows alone. You don't have to just sit in your room or coffee shops or the beach or the park for hours and just go through all your shadows. No, something that I love to say is, you know, say you're working on bringing your light language to the surface. It's like God, search universe of all there is, bring around light language and quantum healing and channeling, bring all those shadows to the surface. And I invite you to heal anything and everything that you can, right? And then anything that you require me to heal, I would love to heal it with ease and grace. So it doesn't mean they're going to give you the whole shebang. Say you have, 20 shadows, right? And God, source, universe of all there is can heal 10 of them. They're not going to be like, okay, well, here's 10 to heal. No, they're going to give you the 1 or 2 that kind of interact with each other. And most of the time, those 2 will heal the other 8. Right? Which is really amazing. That's why shadow work is so freaking powerful. Another tip is I work with quantum technology. So I actually use quantum technology to put light on my shadows, which makes shadow work even better. I love it. This is also something that I teach in the Light Language Academy. I teach you all about quantum technology. I definitely feel like I have light language shadows, and that's beautiful. And thank you for allowing yourself to say that. Because the more that you see it, my love, that is when you're going to be able to really shine light on it and expand it. So, if Hannah, if you would like me to do a little dive into your light language shadows, drop a 1 in the chat and we can play. If you don't want to, totally fine. But if you're like, yes, girl, show me my shadows and help me heal, let's play. There was a part of my world when I was young that was so accepting of all of this light work, spiritual work, etc., but then got closed of yeah, exactly. There's something that happens and then boom, right? And it's like, oh, I can't do that. That doesn't feel safe anymore, right? So past lives, timelines, yes, we feel that with past lives, it's true. Some of us have had really, really crazy deaths because of what we do. If you feel like there are parts of you that are just like shaking in their boots, then that's usually a past timeline. Because even with ancestral healing, it's not this. Usually when it's like this, it's a soul. It's a soul experience that you've had. So if you're seeing my light language and you're like, oh my God, it's so cool that she does it, but I can never ever see myself doing that, right? But there's something inside of you that's like, but that would be really cool if I could do it. That's what you want to check into. You're like, why can I not see myself doing it? Why not? Because those are the shadows that are keeping you out of range, out of touch, out of sight, right? Let's do it. Why not? We are not playing. So exactly. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna we're gonna do it right after I do number three, which I kind of talked about. Number one is within inner child, fear of being seen and heard, right? So we can look at light language and we can know that everybody's not just walking the street going, show me a kotra ketra na shi kotra matara shi kotra matara ya tara shi shoria matara kotra ya tara mana tara kashu. If you saw someone doing that in the street, you'd be like, oh no, what's is this person okay? Right? It's not socially normal. In Bali, it is. This is something that I love about Bali, y'all, is because when I mean, I still do it here. I always pray over my food, but there's just this beautiful essence in Bali where everyone is just so free. And like I'm praying over my food. I'm like doing healing energy over my food. Like I still do that even if I'm at a restaurant. I'm like, I'll put healing energy. Um, but you'll see people just like all up in it. And it's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful to see people walking around so deeply in their authentic truth. Obviously, everyone in Bali is not walking around in their authentic truth, but a lot of people there are. And it's just so freaking gorgeous. So if you have not been to Bali, y'all get to Bali. And if you want to activate your light language, I have a Bali retreat coming up in June 2024. There's 3 spots left. Okay, so fear of being seen and being heard goes back to your inner child. If I speak light language, what will people think of me? Inner child, when I speak light language, what do you think of me? Oh, I think it's kind of weird. I think you look silly. I think I don't want to be seen like that. I think people are going to judge me. And then it goes back to your past trauma. When I was a child, people used to call me weird and ugly or this and this and this. It all adds up, right? So if your inner child is taking you back to those shadows and those wounds, heal those wounds. Because when you heal those wounds, yes, 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 I love it. When you heal those wounds, oh my God, okay, let me just take a moment. This is my third year going to Bali. Once upon a time, Bali started in 2022. I went for a month. Last year, I went for 2 months. This year, I'm most likely going for 2 months again, or 3 months. I don't know. But what I want to say is when the first year I went to Bali, I was like, okay, figuring it out, cool. Last year when I went to Bali, I did literally like I did a lot of the island from like the main places. I did Uluwatu, I did Canggu, I did Peranananan, I did Seminyak, I did Ubud, I did other places around Bali too, right? So when I was thinking about because I held the light language retreat last year as well. And this year too, I was just like, I know even more places. I'm just I'm trying to figure out the best way to express this, but I am so in love with sharing Bali with my beautiful retreat souls because I have fallen in love with Bali. I know the most beautiful, amazing spots with Bali. I know the most amazing food. I know the most amazing experiences. And I'm excited to show you. I'm excited to watch you grow. Even last year with the Light Language Retreat, when you know, it started to when it ended, it was like, boom, you're going home a different, beautiful soul, right? Like, no matter what, Bali is so healing. It's so expansive. It's so juicy. So for me, I, I get, Melissa, I'm never speechless. But when I think about sharing Bali with my light language retreat clients, I'm in awe because I have fallen in love with Mama Bali. Mama Bali loves me. I know that. And Mama Bali loves all the beautiful souls that go, right? Well, I mean, the ones that are nice to her. I'm sure she loves everyone. But like, let's be real. Let's be nice to Bali. I just cannot wait to watch you come into Mama Bali. She holds you like I travel. Y'all know I'm a traveler. I've been to many, many countries. I've been all over the damn world. But the way Mama Bali holds you is wild. Also, the way that she fucks you up sometimes is wild. So that's why I'm gonna be real, y'all, because and I've heard it so many times with people. They're like, I went to Bali and I left crying. I was like, that was my first year. But I know now, and I ask my team, I'm like, every time I bring people to Bali, we do a prayer before you even get on the plane. And that sets the pattern, it sets the energy. And then with the retreat, I'm facilitating the whole energy of the retreat. So you're never getting these intense upgrades that you can't handle. And that's a big reason why people go so like wild in Bali is because they're getting these really big upgrades and they have no idea how to process them. So they're crying, shit's happening, right? But anyone that's going to Bali, I'm not trying to scare you. Bali is not a place to be feared. Bali will show you exactly who you are. Bali will show you exactly what gets to be healed, and you will leave a higher level version of you. Like the version of me today, y'all, is because of so much magic from last year in Bali. So that's why I cannot wait for the beautiful souls coming to the retreat. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Feels like I've been waiting for light years for this. I know it is so soon. We only have like literally like 2 months. 2 months for we'll be in Bali in 2 months. So yes, if you haven't joined the light language retreat and you want to join our magic, there are still tres spots left. Okay. So more about the fear of being seen and being heard. Come back to your inner child and ego. Beautiful inner child in ego and soul. Soul, I would love you to tell me what I'm here to do with light language. And I would love you to share that passion, that wisdom, that excitement with my inner child and my ego. It's getting your inner child and your ego on board. When you get your inner child and your ego on board, that's when you start moving things, right? So it could be like, hey, inner child, we were meant to be seen in this lifetime. And a lot of the reasons why we experience what we experience was to prepare us for that, was to really value being seen. We really value speaking our world. And hello to my loves coming in. Hello. I just went on a tangent about Bali, but I see you coming in. So, really tapping into understanding your identity with light language is so beneficial, right? you know, I've gotten asked this question before multiple times, like, Melissa, how did you feel when you first started speaking light language? And I was so low in my life that light language felt like saving grace to me. So I didn't have time to fear it. I didn't have time to feel like I didn't want to be seen. What I experienced was my mentor going, go offer these sessions to your community. So I did. And I would do like 5, 10, 15 a week in the beginning, right? And I saw so many people transform so quickly that it all just made sense. I was like, why would I ever hold this magic away from the collective? Why would I ever hold the gift of healing someone in parts they didn't even know they needed to be healed, right? Or required healing? Because I've had, I don't even know how many sessions I've had at this point, y'all, but I started in 2020. I've had so many people come in for a soul blueprint reading or a quantum healing session. They're like, okay, this is what I want to work on. So we start working on that. And then we get to the root of it. And they're like, oh, wow, I didn't even know. Right? I've healed sexual trauma in my healing sessions. I really value being a healer. I get excited. And something that I really get excited about is seeing people on their journey, like people that do multiple sessions with me or people that are in my programs, and I get to see them week by week, month by month, go forward, and we get to share like that. is so amazing to me because you just get to watch someone birth a new version of them that they're so excited about. And not only that, you get to hold the space when they're just like, Melissa, right? We've all been there. We've all had mentors, right? I remember my mentors were like, I'm like, I want to talk about my business. And my mentor's like, and I'm like, I know I need to talk about something else. So we went there, right? Don't forget to go to the places that need a little tickling, need a little cleaning up, a little brushing out, because those are the places that's going to bring you the magic. So fear of being seen and fear of being heard, the biggest thing is understanding your path with light language. So if you are kind of like, obviously I'm a channel, but if you're interactive with your, automatic scripting with your higher self or your beautiful spirit team, or if you want a divine guide like myself, do a soul blueprint reading with me. And then we can really look at your beautiful path with light language and also clear out if you're holding it back. Okay, take a deep breath in, my loves. Doesn't that feel good? How are you guys feeling? Let me know how you're feeling. And then we're going to do some light language shadow work with Hannah. And obviously, those of you that are in here, you can still receive as we're doing the shadow work. And you can just like whatever I'm saying to her, you can kind of look at yourself and do the exact same motions. And then if you're watching the replay, you can do that as well. But let me know how you are feeling. I was feeling thirsty. I'm going through such a big, juicy upgrade. I'm feeling amazing. Yes, we like it. Oh my God. So this is something too. I have been geeking out lately because the past 2 weeks I have been re-listening to my Light Language Academy. I've been listening to my money embodiment program. I've been listening to my Sovereign Higher Self program as well. Because I just feel like I'm shedding so many layers, right? And what I have been receiving from, like, I know how y'all feel when you come here. If you're my client or you come here and you're receiving, I know how you feel. Because this is literally, I've said it so many times when I get off of client calls. I'm like, damn, I need a coach like myself. Because you leave buzzing. You're like ready for life. You just have this fire under you. And I'm so grateful to be me. I'm so grateful to be me. I'm so grateful to bring these codes. I'm so grateful to be this vessel for you to feel absolutely amazing. Yeah. Okay. I love it. So, Hannah, let's do some light language shadow work. So first, let me know that you're still here. And if you're still here and you give me full permission to access your field, please drop a number 1 in the chat. And while she does that, I'm just going to do a nice little light language expansion, soul expansion for those of you that are ready to speak light language. Perfect. Or ready to expand into light language. Oh, Hannah. I love this. My team's like, first, Soul Tribe. What's up, Soul Tribe? What's up, Soul Tribe? I've been meeting so many more Soul Tribe members on Earth lately. So for you, my love, we're just gonna kind of give you a little insight. And I feel like you're open. If you volunteered, I feel like you're just kind of open to receive today. If I'm ever saying like too much, just be like, Melissa, too much. But I don't feel like that right now. I feel like you're like, give it to me, girl, give it to me. So Hannah, for you on a light language level, your path looks so similar to mine because our souls are like this. What this means is our souls started to interact in the earthly plane around the same time. So we have really ingrained light language in our souls. Yes, give it to me, lady. Exactly. So we have really ingrained light language into our souls. And when there is someone with that signature, our light language, it really hits and it really penetrates the world. And the reason why is because we have been, and let me just turn off my email real quick. We have been studying light language for eons and eons and eons and eons. And for me, it's my number one gift that I've brought in the world this lifetime. I asked my soul, what do you want to do? I want to teach light language. I want to activate people. I want to heal people. That's what I want to do. Like that's my number one gift is light language. And yours is very similar. It's very similar. So, if you choose the light language path and the call will get stronger, especially the more you hang around me. The call will get stronger. And that's what usually happens. When your soul is ready for light language, you start finding the guides. You start hanging around the guides that are speaking, your soul level of light language. Because when it's your time to pop, we'll say that when it's your time to pop with light language, the universe is going to lead people to you. So many, many years ago in 2020, this program, and some of you know my story, there was this program all about manifesting with your inner child. And I could not get it out of my head. It was the first time that I ever felt this crazy pull to a program. I was like, I don't know this coach. I literally just found her a week ago. Why do I feel like I need to be in her program? And like, I remember I was sending her stuff to everyone. I was like sending it to all my friends. I'm like, you got to do her meditation. It's so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. And then finally something was like, Melissa, you got to do it. Like, you got to get in this program. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go all in. Put our tail between our legs. Let's go all in. And in that program, that is where I found light language. One day, the mentor brought in a light language facilitator. I had no idea what light language was at all. No idea. And I remember clicking the video, sitting there and listening. And I just remember my body going, what the fuck is this? Why does this feel so good? Light language? YouTube. What is light language? How do you speak it? How do you channel it? What do you do? I couldn't get it out of my head. It was my new addiction, but a good addiction. It was literally, I wanted to know everything. Who am I channeling? How do you channel it? What is it? Right? And it was because this was the soul gift, because I started asking the universe. I said, universe, I have too much damn sunshine in me. So show me who I am. I'm open. I surrender. And as I surrendered, the universe started to show me more and more and more of who I was. And it brought me light language, right? So, of course, when I found light language, being an old ancient soul, like myself and like you, Hannah, and some of the other beautiful souls in here with light language, we get it. It only makes sense. But if our shadows are overbearing, our shadows can keep us out of actually going on light language paths in this lifetime. And it's sad because there are a lot of people that give up their path of light language because it feels weird, because they don't want to be different, because they don't want to be seen, they don't want to be judged, right? Because we're taught that we all have to be the same, that we're not supposed to stand out and be different. That's not my life. So that was number one. That's just to kind of explain to everyone what it looks like to have this really ancient engraved light language soul. And you can ask yourself, if you've been being called to light language more lately, you can ask, like, how many lifetimes have I done light language? My soul's like, can you get a calculator out? Right? So Hannah, same thing with you. Our souls have interacted in other lifetimes together as well. Um, so we know each other. Okay, so let's look at your shadows. And if anyone entered the chat, hello, my loves. I love you, love you, love you. We're talking all about light language shadows, and our beautiful Hannah has volunteered to let us dive deeper into her shadows. So when it comes to your shadows, it's really inner child, and it feels like around um, just taking a moment to raise everyone's vibration. Beautiful. Opening up those moments to see those shadows. So we're just taking a moment to look into your shadows, Hannah. But what I'm getting is like 4, because first I was getting like 5, 6, but it was like the age of 4. Like it was kind of like you were really light language active at the age of 4 in your dream state, right? And sometimes when there's a traumatic event that happens in our family, um, or we experience someone saying something to us, it kind of shuts things off, right? And but that one feels more of like in your dream, like something happened in your dreams, and you're like, no, I'm not ready for this yet. No, your soul's like, I'm gonna wait, right? Um, so what I'm doing with that shadow is I'm just using quantum technology just to place light and love on those shadows to start releasing them. And tell me what shift you feel with that. Beautiful. We're going to go into your spine. There's a little bit of energy in your spine that's just kind of like, it's like this coating of like fear around light language, fear around being seen. And if I shine too brightly, what will happen to me? This is a lot of us have this coding. It's ridiculous, but a lot of us do. So I'm just gonna go. Just gonna start pulling that out. Shoo, 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 shoo. Beautiful. Yeah, your spine feels so much more juicy. It's like this fluid energy. And as Hannah's kind of receiving this, and bringing her answers to us, I want to talk a little bit about your spine, everyone's spine, and spiritual gifts. In the base of our spine, right, by our sacrum, there's so many spiritual gifts, active and not active, right? And then you have the Kundalini energy. Beautiful. If anyone wants a little sassy Kundalini energy activation today to help you access your spiritual gifts, drop a number 2 in the chat. Because for me, y'all, even though I do lives, I will not tap into your field unless you give me permission, right? When you come in here, you're receiving. But if we're doing anything deeper, I really desire the confirmation. The first one I felt in my solar plex, beautiful. That's your power center. It only makes sense, right? It's like, I'm going to shut off my power. And then when you shut off your power, you're not going to be fearless. You're not going to be fearless. Thank you. You're going to be fearless of like, I'm just going to go after all my dreams. No, you're going to shut your power center down and you're going to be fearful of going after your soul dreams, your soul gifts, right? Thank you. So we'll just do a nice little Kundalini activation, which will get more to your shadows, Hannah. And this is for everyone too. So even if you're watching the replay, just say 2 out loud and you'll get this Kundalini activation. Shoot, 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 shoot. Beautiful. Ooh, it feels so good. Oh my God, it feels so good. Oh my God, that feels like butter, y'all. Let me know how you're feeling. That felt really good. So what we did is a lot of times your Kundalini energy is wound so tightly that you can't really receive. So we helped it unwind just a little bit, right? Because when you do a really big Kundalini activation, a lot of things can happen. So we just unwound it just like a little bit so that you feel. And isn't it crazy? Because we just unwound it just a little bit. So think if you actually allowed yourself to go through a whole Kundalini activation, right? So Kundalini activations, I do them in my nervous system, one-to-one call. And it's wild because I literally see we work all on your nervous system and then we work all on your Kundalini energy. So we work on your Kundalini energy. So then your nervous system, it's like your nervous system is in peace. And then your spine and your Kundalini energy can actually start fusing together and co-creating together, because if you don't know, you have a lot of magic in your spine, my loves. So it fuses together and you have more access to your gifts, which is really powerful. That's why we require more facilitators doing this. And this is why I love that I get to teach this stuff in the Light Language Academy. Hello, my beautiful soul, my little San Diego queen. I love you so much. I haven't been to San Diego. I'll get back there though. I love you. Okay, so next part of your light language shadow, Hannah, is we're just going to bring some like safe energy around your inner child. Shoo, shoo, shoo. And this is for everyone. So if anyone's inner child feels a little bit fearful of light language, we're just going to bring this warm energy around your inner child. And we're just going to, what we're doing is we're bringing her this energy and we're asking the universe to show her, literally show her your path, or him, your path with light language. So she can be like, oh, damn, that's legit, right? My inner child was the same way. She was like, oh, damn, that's legit. I'm up for it. Because obviously your inner child likes to play. So for me, when I first started when I first started the energetics of my business, I would say, hey, inner child, like I would just kind of ask her because she had a lot of fear come up. So I would remind her about how fun it is to have our clients and you get to meet more inner children and you get to help other inner children heal. I'm like, inner child, don't you want to help other inner children heal? And she's like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Right. So reminding your inner child of the benefits of what you're here to do in life, right? Even with money, if you're on a money journey, it's like, well, inner child, the benefit of having money is so that we can play and have fun and relax and chill and travel the world, right? And she's like, oh, you're right. Okay, I'll stop blocking you. Because our inner children, y'all, if you don't know, our inner children have a really significant, big part in our money abundance story. So big, so big. Okay. Let's bring that juice to your inner children some more. Shuya kutra maya kaya mana haya. And I'm just going to ask my inner child, read the Light Language Collective. What do their inner children need right now? And it just feels like love. So just pour more love into your inner child. Like, I love you, inner child. This is something I'm very energetically sensitive. So even the other day, I was like, I love you, root chakra. My root chakra is like, or what I love to do is I say, I love you, ego. And my ego is like, depending. I've been giving my ego a lot of upgrades lately. But if your ego is like more in a multidimensional state, then you'll feel your ego like, woo. If your ego is more like, no, it'll be like resistance. You'll literally feel your ego repel the love, right? Or you feel the ego go, yeah. So you just go, ego, I send you so much love. And it goes like, yeah, I receive it. Right? I love my ego, but it's just about working with your ego. And I know that, for many years our ego gets so much shit. But it's like our ego is a part of us. It's like talking badly to one of your children. It's like you're not gonna talk badly to one of your children. So why would you talk badly to yourself? Right? That's something food for thought if you've been really angry at your ego, your inner child, because sometimes this spiritual journey, it does feel like it gets tough and exhausting, and just you're just like, oh my god, can I just catch a break? Like, I'm sure we've all been there, right? But instead of bad mouthing your ego, your inner child, like, why do you keep doing this to me? Ask the question, what are you trying to show me? Right? There was one point when I was going through this journey of healing fear, and more fear kept coming up, and I just was so annoyed, literally being real. I was so annoyed. And I was like, oh, one day I was like, fear, what are you trying to show me? And it was like, you're out of alignment with love. And I was like, why did you just say that? But obviously I get it, right? But I feel like that was a shadow, right? So it's like now I physically know I'm out of alignment with love. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pour so much more love on all aspects of me, right? This is the power. And this is why in a lot of my programs I invite people to journal. I invite people to question themselves, because if you just go around and you're not questioning your internal reality, right? You're not knowing who you are. you're gonna hit these bumps in the road if you do, and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna get stuck and stop. Rather, and on the other side, the people that know who they are, they're like, oh, it's another bump in the road. Let me figure out, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Oh, okay. Actually, it's outside of my healing for myself. I'm gonna go see a healer. I'm gonna go hire a mentor. I'm gonna go read a book. I'm gonna go sit at the beach, right? You just get it. And this is something that I love about myself. This is something I love about my Light Language Academy is it teaches you so deeply how to be a high level spiritual being of light and leader and way shower and still be a human. Because if shit hits the fan, yo, we got to know how to deal with that. Right. And, when shit used to hit the fan when I was younger, before I was like spiritually activated, I would just shut down everything, shut down, push it down, layer, 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 layer. So then by the time I had no emotions. I had no fucking emotion. I was like so cut off. I cut my emotions off. There wasn't even a leak, or maybe I was watching like a rom com. But like beyond that, the filter was sink faucet was not leaking at all. Right. But inside, it fucking was horrible. Right. Because I couldn't access that. I didn't feel safe accessing my emotions. And now I'm like, oh, I'm feeling something. This is great. Oh, I'm crying. This is actually what I needed. Great. Because before I used to think crying was weak. I don't think that anymore. But that aspect of me many, many years ago, right? This journey is wild, my loves. But it's important to really integrate the tools to help us go through whatever we're meant to go through. And the biggest thing you could tell yourself and show yourself and put light on is I am here to grow. I am a soul on a growth journey, especially if you're in this work, right? I'm a soul here on a growth journey. Ask for the easiest journey because some people out here are asking for the worst journeys ever and they don't even know they're asking and they're fucking mad and angry. I'm like, y'all, just learn to speak with the universe, learn your energy, learn your frequency, learn your vibration, understand your conscious mind, understand your nervous system, understand your chakras. And like right now, when I'm saying all of it, you're like, damn, Melissa, that sounds like a lot. But in all reality, it's not. You wake up in the morning, you most likely brush your teeth. I hope so, right? You wake up in the morning, you check your chakras. You go to sleep at night. Oh, you're in the middle of the day. My nervous system. Nervous system, I invite you to relax. You're good. You're safe. Oh, thank you. Okay. Right? It just becomes second nature. It just becomes second nature, which is really, really amazing. So, Hannah, I invite you to place your hand over your heart. I'm going to ask you a question. And the question is, what is the biggest shadow between me and light language right now that you would love to release? So, what is the biggest, and everyone, I really invite you to ask yourself if you're here to do light language, quantum healing, channeling, maybe it's money, because I know a lot of you here are on a money journey. What is the biggest shadow between me and getting to that next level? And drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. What is that biggest shadow? Drop it in. Because when you know what your shadow is, then now you have full access to release it, heal it, cleanse it, clear it, and purify it. Oh my God, I still have more, y'all. I still have to tell you how to amplify your light language. I looked at my notes. My team is like, we still got more, honey. It's like, oh, okay. We still got more. So after Hannah drops that in, I'm going to teach you how to amplify your light language. And it's very easy. So, and we've already talked about it just a little bit. Hello, my loves. Welcome, Sabrina. Welcome, Galen. Welcome, Soul Tapestries. All the beautiful souls up in here. Whoop, whoop. Welcome, my loves. So, we talked about releasing your limitations around light language and really seeing your shadows. And this is not just for light language, it's seeing if there's something in your life that is not where you desire it to be, and you feel like you keep hitting a wall, then it's time for some shadow work, yo. And it's okay to do shadow work. You can do it in many different ways. One of my favorite way of doing it is light language, obviously, using quantum technology. Another beautiful way of doing it is manifestation. Scripting, so good. I taught this one to my best case scenario tribe today, which is all you have to do is say, I choose. So it's like, I choose love. And you listen. I choose abundance. And you listen. I choose, and you might have something come up. So you're like, I'm going to the next one. Maybe you're like, I choose prosper, but you're like, I choose doubt. So that means you have internal, in your internal reality, you're doubting something. You're doubting the abundance. You're doubting the prosperity. So instead of saying, obviously, we're not choosing it, you say, I now release doubt across all time and space. I co-create with God, angels, source, universe. I now release doubt to God across all time and space. So then you go back into it. I choose prosperity. I choose faith. I choose trust. I choose happiness. I choose abundance, right? And you just keep going. And you could do this for like 1 minute straight. And even just doing this for 1 minute straight will literally help you see your shadows. This is such a divine time to see yourself on all levels, no matter what your current reality looks like, no matter what your bank account looks like, no matter what your business looks like, no matter what your partnership looks like, seeing yourself in all realities. Something around responsibility, I think. I think this ties in with money too. Um, yeah. So let me tell you this. And this is so funny. My team is like, um, the ancient souls that are here to speak light language, and this is honestly the majority of my collective, the majority of this collective. I'm releasing the word my because we're a collective and I have no ownership of anyone. So I've been deciding to release the word my. So I say, this community or this collective, you're not mine. You're voluntarily here, which is amazing. And I love you. So thank you. So the shadow, what's coming through with responsibility is, with this path also brings a lot of money. Same thing with me, y'all. I went from owning a business that was making $20,000 a year to turning on light language, quantum healing, and channeling to six figures. When we look at money, responsibility, there's the more money, more problems, right? More money, more problems. But in all reality, it's like, no, I don't subscribe to that anymore. That's not my truth. More money, more ways of service, more abundance, more travel, more high vibrational foods, more taking care of myself, more limitless opportunities. Like, money makes the world go round, y'all. Like, if you get us all in a room and it's like, oh, well, tell me your dreams. We have big dreams. We came here with big dreams, big cosmic bank accounts, and a lot of people in the spiritual community, the responsibility of money feels really heavy, so they keep themselves from it, right? With this, you starting to identify as your soul truth is also inviting you on an abundance journey at a higher capacity. So same thing with me. When the first month that I brought light language into my business, I went from $500 a month in my business to around $4,000. And the next month I went right back down because I was fucking fearful of all that money. I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to handle it. Oh shit. Right. So then what did I do? I was like, universe, just show me. So the universe put me in money mentorships. And then I started learning all about money. I started healing my money story. I started healing my ancestral story. So that big burden of money was no longer there. And it took me into consistently making the money that I desired to make and then up leveling it. Right. A lot of us here have come to go on a big path of ascension with obviously healing our ancestors, abundance and money, activating our spiritual gifts. If building a spiritual business, building a business is one of the biggest levels of ascension you will ever go on because it is you. right? You are faced with you. It was crazy. It was crazy when I first started building my business. Like when I seriously was like, I'm going all in. It was the first time that I really saw myself, every single part of me, all the nooks and crannies, right? So with this responsibility and this shadow, the best thing for you, and if anyone feels like they have this shadow as well, is simply starting to go, I am so excited to receive all the money. And if you want to focus on light language, I am so excited to receive all the money that light language, quantum healing, channeling, etc., because you have a lot of beautiful spiritual gifts in your spine that you want to bring on in this lifetime. But you can just state the ones that you know now and always something better. And, waking up and saying that every day to yourself. And what you'll notice is you'll start feeling more confident. You'll start having more money come in, right? Because a lot of time is when we are fearful of activating our spiritual gifts, we will run from the fucking money to do it. It's crazy, isn't it crazy? It all links in. It's like, well, if I have the money, then I'm gonna activate my gift. But if I activate my gift, I'm gonna be seen, I'm gonna be heard, I'm gonna be judged. Okay, fuck it, I don't want the money. Right? Isn't that fucking crazy? Isn't that crazy? And that's why it's like, well, in your shadows, what's really coming up, right? If you've been manifesting the money for something and it's not coming in, it's like, well, what's really behind this? What's really behind this, right? I love that, calling in money from my gifts, creation. Exactly. So for me, when I saw a really big boost in my business, it was when I went all in, and I went all in with God, source, universe of all that is. I was like, God, I am all in with light language. I am all in with quantum healing. I am all in. And something, if you're on a money journey, I am all in with money. God, I am all in with money. I'm all in with the highest money timelines. I'm all in with the purest love. I'm all in because you're the creator. You're commanding. You're making commands to the universe. The universe can only match that. Your frequency starts to match that, right? Because there was a part of you that wanted to hold on to the fear, the lack, the scarcity, the doubt, the worry, the stress, the limitations to stay that version of you. But then you're like, no, I want this version of me. Okay, I'm all in on this. 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 And then what happens is your energy shifts, your vibration shifts, your frequency shifts. You open up to a new reality, which is really cool, right? Okay, so Hannah, I hope you love that. How are you feeling after that little integration of light language shadows? And once again, you can do this with any shadows. It just doesn't have to be light language. But I want to take another 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and I want to talk to you about how to amplify your light language because, like I said, there's so many beautiful souls, birthing light language, amplifying their light language. And the first thing that I want to talk about is when it comes to light language, if you are speaking light language, but you are not channeling, activate your channel because it's going to get so much easier. Because I will meet people that speak light language. They're like, what does it mean? And if you don't know what it means, you can't bundle it up and help the world, right? So for me, when I learned light language, I was already kind of activating my channel over here. So when I brought in the light language and quantum healing and channeling, it all came together. And that's why I teach it. So in the Light Language Academy, which scholarship enrollment ends tomorrow. So if you want to get that scholarship, make sure you apply by tomorrow. So in the Light Language Academy, I teach you channeling first, and then we go into activating your light language and expansion. And then we go into quantum healing, quantum technology, building your business, all the things. And then also you have access to the Money Creators Academy to help go through your own abundance journey as well. And it's literally everything that I've gone through in this lifetime to become who I am in one package. You are welcome. But also, it just makes sense for me because when I was going through everything, I was pulling all these different pieces and I was in all these different containers. And I was like, okay, well, let's just pop it together because that feels really good. And also, I don't want to teach in 100 containers. I want to teach in that one container where you can get the light language, you can get the quantum healing, you can get the the money, you can get the channeling, you can get the business, right? There's no reason. I have not seen any type of academy like mine. I'm serious. I have not seen any type of academy like mine, and I love it. It's beautiful. So, amplify your light language. Beautiful, inspired, excited. I love that. Starting with that is a game changer. So, amplify your light language. These are questions that you can ask yourself is what do you love about light language and your gift and or potential with it? Clarity cleanses the palate. Clarity really cleanses the palate. Same thing going back to showing your inner child. Inner child, this is what we get to do with light language and always something better, right? So for me, even with amplifying my money, I started asking myself and my soul, like, soul, what do you want to do in this lifetime? And if my soul's like, I want to build light language centers all over the world, I want to help millions of people, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't sound like we're playing small in this lifetime, right? No, that doesn't sound like it. So that means that if there's anything between me and all of that, I am open and available to heal, shift, and release it, right? So, first question, what do you love about light language and your gift and or potential with it? If you have not activated your light language, but you're just receiving it right now, then start with that. Because that was the same thing for me before I even did any type of mentorship with light language. I actively received it from my mentor and I was like jaw on the floor. Like I was like, why is my life shifting so much? What? Literally. Number two is meditate. Meditate more often to activate and receive more codes. So, like I said, a lot of us are in really big upgrades with light language. And you just taking 10, 15 minutes a day to meditate with the intention. I am open and available for my light language gifts, quantum healing gifts, channeling gifts. The universe is able to actually drop down these beautiful, significant light codes. And that's going to help you align to your path with light language and also make your path easier as well. Because we're a higher vibration. Number three, receive it to be more comfortable with the modality. Exactly. So, same thing. When I started the journey with light language and becoming a facilitator of it, I already knew what it did because I saw my life change. I saw my business change. I saw my abundance change. So when I started taking it to the collective that I was, coaching and guiding at that time, I already knew there was magic available, right? I already knew there was magic for the people that came in and received the light language. So I wasn't like, oh, is this modality going to work? No, I was like, no, I already know it works because I've received it so much for myself. Right. And then once again, when I started doing all those beautiful sessions, I saw so many people transforming in front of me that I was like, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Right. So once again, get comfortable with the modality. The next one, the power of pairing. Okay, I already talked to this is the first one. We did it the first. So the power of pairing light language channeling and healing, quantum healing together is because, and I want to, integrate this because I have this question come up. It's like, well, what's the difference? What's the difference between light language, quantum healing, channeling? Light language is an activating modality. It is an activating modality. It is a purification. It is a significant modality to raise the out of your vibration really quickly and expansively, which is really amazing. When you bring in quantum healing is like it sounds, healing, right? So light language is still healing, but light language is more expanding. Quantum healing is now, say that in your heart chakra, you have a lot of doubt. You don't feel worthy and deserving. Light language will come into your heart chakra and it will activate all of your worth codes inside. Quantum healing will come into your heart chakra and it will release all of the unworthiness and heal anything in your heart chakra that's wounded, right? And it's deeper than that, but this is just like the basics of it, right? And then with channeling, for me, when I'm with a client and a client comes to me and I've never met this person in my life, right? This is something when this is this I'm telling let me tell you this. When I first started my sessions as a channel, light language facilitator, quantum healer, and I would meet people that I had never met in the world with. And I'm like, so this is what I'm picking up on. And they're like, yeah, this is right. And I'm like, this is right. Oh, this is right. Because I it doesn't matter who you are, activating as a channel, light language facilitator, quantum healer, you're gonna have those doubts. The ego is gonna come and be like, is this real? This is really the truth. Is this real? Right. And for me, having so many sessions in the beginning and not even knowing these people, not even by an acquaintance, and them being that is exactly what's going on in my life right now. I was able to pinpoint so deeply, even the childhood trauma, so deeply that we were able to do these beautiful expansion sessions to heal and cleanse and purify, right? And that's the beauty of doing energetic work. Is yes, therapy is amazing. I think therapy is amazing, you know, and I feel like as the world goes on, a lot of therapists they're already doing it. A lot of therapists will bring on these, somatic modalities, these healing modalities conjoined with the quote unquote, I have a therapy background. I'm a doctor. I'm a therapist. I'm all the things. Because you know, not going too much into someone's journey very close to me, but I see it. I'm like, y'all need to cross your worlds. Because if you crossed your worlds, then you would really see what's going on with this person, right? And that's us. We're the people that cross the worlds, right? There's another beautiful queen that just popped into the Light Language Academy, and she works in the medical field. And when she did a soul blueprint reading with me, and I was just doing her reading, and I was telling her what's coming up and things of that sort. And I was like, damn, you're here to teach the doctors. And she's like, I didn't even know she was in the medical field before, I did her blueprint reading. And she's like, oh yeah, this is what I do. And I was like, oh, okay, this is perfect. And that's the beauty of it. It's just like, okay, well, this is what I'm picking up. This is what my team is channeling through for you to help you activate, expand, and grow. So I do feel like, as we move through, there's going to be so much pairing with energetic and somatic healing work. And it's people like us that are going to make the world comfortable with it. Um, it's people like us that are going to show people a different way of, you know, healing and expanding and growing and evolving and really reflecting that we are energy beings. And if we're not taking care of our energy, what? 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 Right? It's like when you think about it, it's like brushing your teeth. You have teeth, you don't brush them, you're not taking care of it. We're energy beings. You don't take care of your energy? Does that even make sense? Does that even make sense? No. So it's people like us going, hey, we're moving forward, y'all. We got to take care of our energy. Our energy is really amazing because you know, I have felt my energy at the purest, the highest. Mwah. And I have felt my energy at the lowest, right? And when my energy is at the lowest, I am on the couch. I am watching Netflix. I don't want to do anything. I am procrastination, Melissa Bates, right? I'm not out here dreaming and manifesting and all the things. No, because my energy is so stagnant, so dense, right? It's like, and this is what people don't know. And this is why I'm always preaching, y'all, at least get an energy healing session once a month or do it yourself. That's why I love the Light Language Academy is you learn how to do it yourself. When you come into the Light Language Academy, you're not just learning for your clients. You're not just learning for the collective. You're learning to maintain yourself, right? When I first started Light Language and quantum healing, learning it when I was like physically in a program, I would heal myself 2 to 3 times a week. I would go in my energy and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's going on here? Oh, here's a block. Let's remove it. Take it out. Let's put this in. Boom. Right. And that's why I had so much success in the beginning, right? Is because I was constantly working on my energy. And then beyond myself working on my energy, I was working with my healer to work on my energy too. And that is why everything just went pew, because I was taking care of the frequency that the universe co creates with. And that's what it is. It is what it is. Okay. All right. I love every single one of you. I have one last thing. We're going to get spicy right now. So, if you have a personal question on your journey, we're going to do a little spotlight coaching. If you have a personal question on your journey, drop it in. Don't be shy. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to say anything. And I'm like, y'all know my team is the best. If you want clarity, drop it in. So, yes, if you do have a question, drop it in. Make sure to hydrate today as well, because even just sitting here and talking, we did some light language in the beginning. Even just sitting here and talking, my codes are activating you, are expanding you. And what happens with that is release, releasing, letting go, cleansing, purifying, right? So sitting at the beach, sitting with Mother Earth, a beautiful bath, anything of that sort. Let's just take a moment to breathe in and just ground into these new frequencies. You can integrate these new frequencies if you desire. Just really be present in your body. So something that I want to say is, whenever this is a energy tip, whenever you are doing any type of energetic work, meditation, tapping, any of that, something to end your practice with is with, I now integrate the new highest frequency. I now integrate the new highest vibrational frequency from this session. I now integrate the new highest frequency from the session. Because a lot of times you'll go to healers and you'll have the session, you'll feel fantabulous for 1, 2, 3 days, even a month, depending on what type of healer you're working with and what you're working on. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, my vibration shifted, right? Or if you're not, consecutively doing work to maintain your energy and your vibration. So every time you do any type of meditation, activations, etc., always integrate the highest frequency you get to, because that's going to keep bringing you up and it's going to set a new set point, right? Isn't that good? I know, it's so good. You're welcome. That's so good. Okay, so we don't have any questions, y'all. We don't have any questions. Take a deep breath in. One more deep breath in. And we'll just end this beautiful, divine expansion with a light language activation. Oh, okay. We do have a question. Yay! I was like, we don't have any questions, y'all? What? I know I'm meant to help others. I know I'm meant to help heal others, and I'm powerful and abundant. However, I feel so lost currently on my own journey. What do I need to be asking during meditations for clarity? I I love you. I love you so much. I want to say that. Um, and for anyone that feels like they're having uh, a hard time on their journey or they feel lost, one, give yourself love. That's the first thing that I want to say. It's because we forget that we're figuring it out. We forget that just figuring it out, we should celebrate. And even asking this question, celebrate it. Like, you know what? I did come here because I am lost and I would love some clarity on how to shift forward. So take a deep breath into that, everyone. Excuse me. And Nicole, do you give me access to your field, my love? If you do, drop a 1 in so I can tap it. Some people will naturally radiate in fields that are a little bit closed. So if I come up to that, then I'll just ask for permission. So yeah, drop a 1 in and perfect. Thank you. So So one, I would meet the parts of you that feel lost with love. So you can simply say out loud, any parts of me that feel lost, I love you. And then any parts of me that feel lost, I release you because your infinite truth is not lost. Your infinite soul truth, you know exactly who the fuck you are, right? But our false illusions, the matrix, people around us that are holding identities that feel lost and stagnant and stuck. Yeah, right? You start to take on those identities. So you come in and say, where is this coming from? It could be a parent. Hello, my love. So meet yourself with love, right? So good. I know, y'all. I'm telling you, this is why I love being a channel. I love being a channel because one, I've never met Nicole before, but I can instantly, boom, go in to give her significant help and everyone else. This is the power of stepping up into your soul gifts, no matter what they are, no matter what they freaking are, right? So the next thing that I want to say with that is same thing. I want to also extend this to anyone that is also, I feel lack, I feel stuck, right? I love you. I love all the versions of me that feel stuck right now. I love all the versions of me that are choosing lack right now. I now release you because that's not my infinite truth. My infinite truth is abundance and overflow. My infinite truth is I know who I am. I know who I am, right? If all of you, I know, I'm sure all of you listen to Abraham Hicks, but she talks about your inner being, right? I'm just going to say your soul, your soul. So you have your soul and you have your inner reality. So your inner reality, your inner being, it's not the same. Your inner reality, your soul, it's not the same, right? So we have an actual, we're just going to call it a movie theater going on inside of us, right? When we want to come back to our infinite truth in meditation, then we say, as I meditate today, I fully choose to access my infinite truth across all time and space, right? And if there's a certain part of your quote unquote life, your projected reality right now where you feel lost, same thing. Maybe it's in, your career. In my career, however you speak, you can say, angels, in my career, I feel lost right now. I know this isn't my infinite truth. I know who the fuck I am. Let's be real. Down to the core, I know who the fuck I am. So I want to meet that version of me today. I want to meet the version of me today that is really aware of where he or she is going, where they're going, right? You start requesting those versions of you because they're already here. The timelines that you want are already here. Everything that you desire is already here. It is already here. But we get so stuck in the false identity. We get so stuck in this is me. And once again, fuck to the no. Your infinite truth is you. So then what else can you do? Get out your journal, or if you want to talk it out or you want to record it, place your hand over your heart. Today I choose to meet my infinite truth. And I'll do it from my standpoint. My infinite truth is I am a light language queen. I actually helped Mother Earth come up with light codes and earth codes and sun codes. I know light language to the core of what it is, who it is, where it's going, where it will be, right? Think about if you find that shit out. Your reality with light language might change. And then you might come, well, where am I hearing this from? Is this my truth? Is this the ego? Is this making it up? Feel into the vibration of the words that just came through. This was the vibration. Woo. If you feel a vibration that feels loving and happy and joyful, it's coming from God, source, universe, of all there is. If you feel a vibration that's like, it's ego, right? It's coming from false illusions, subconscious beliefs that are not your infinite truth. Okay, I want to make sure I get the clarity on this. Yeah. So the best thing that All those things that I told you, obviously do that. The biggest gift that I can give you today is every day that you wake up, and this is for everyone, every day that you wake up, you feel lost, you feel anything outside of your infinite truth. This is not me. I release you. Lack is not me. I release you. Fear is not me. I release you. You know, maybe for a week, 2 weeks, you might have to be releasing fear, depending on how much you have, right? You're a master healer yourself, right? A lot of people that do this probably wouldn't tell you this because they're like, oh, sign up with me. I got you. No, I'm going to tell you, you're a fucking master healer. You're powerful. You're amazing. You get to find yourself. You get to find yourself at the highest freaking capacity, right? I'm telling you. Okay, so let me know, my beautiful soul, Nicole, how did that feel? And if you have any follow-up questions for that. Can you help me awaken some sexual energy? I love this. Thank you. I'll be using this tonight. Yes, and feel free, if any of you take these tips and use them, DM me because I want to hear. I want to hear the magic. Like I have literally told me, like some people are like, oh, I don't want to DM you. Like I feel fearful of it, but we're on this beautiful journey together. So I love hearing your shifts. I love you receiving from either my podcast, being my client, wherever you are. I love seeing you shift because it makes me happy to see that we're growing and evolving in the most beautiful divine ways together. Like we all came here to grow and evolve together. So we should celebrate each other. So that's just a little of that. Um, can you help me awaken some sexual energy in me? I feel my anxiety and busy schedule dull me. So it's not your sexual energy. Your sexual energy is hot. It's your nervous system, honey. Your nervous system. When you look at your nerves in your body, and this is so beautiful because when I do my nervous system calls, I literally see people's nervous systems going all through their body. And some parts are dark, some parts are lit up. And then sometimes I light up their nervous system and it'll go dark again. And I'm like, oh no, honey, no. So then I light it up again and I work with any dense energy that's going through their nervous system. When we shut down energetically, it is usually because our nerves, our energy bodies are exhausted and overwhelmed, right? You know, when you have so much stuff going on in your life, you're not gonna be like, yeah, I'm so sexy. You're like, I don't know what to do with my fucking life right now, right? You know, really tapping into that, right? So the biggest thing, it's not your sexual energy, my love. Your sexual energy is so beautiful, it's so smooth, it's so fucking spicy. Your nervous system is overwhelmed. So working with your nervous system is actually going to help your anxiety. It's going to help you calm down, chill, and relax in that space. So I don't naturally struggle with anxiety, but in my lifetime, I have had a couple of panic attacks. So I know how it feels. And um, there was a very big one in 2021. It was a big panic attack because I had so much stuck fucking energy, right? And it was so bad that I literally was like, I don't know if I need to go to the hospital. I cannot drive. So I like called my friend because it was so bad. But it was just stuck energy that really needed to be moved. So then I called my healer, of course, and my healer got it out. But it caused me to have a panic attack. So a lot of times with anxiety, our energy is not in a fluid state. So it's creating some buildup in parts of our being. And a lot of times that energy, so say if you have something going on in your conscious mind or subconscious mind or in your life, that energy is like it heightens it more. You focus on it more. Boom, boom, boom. But when you start to naturally clear your energy more and take time to work on your nervous system, and this is for everyone, we all need to do some nervous system work. Nice. I'm like, should I do a nervous system reset? I love nervous system resets. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but in the beginning of the year, I enrolled in something called spinal energetics. And in the background, I have been studying it, doing all the things and integrating it. Um, I am what I have learned about the nervous system and how I integrate it with my work now, going into the program is phenomenal. And when I was on a call with Spider Energetics, they were like, "What do you love about it?" I'm like, "I love being in the body even more." I It was wild. It was so wild. Like I feel like once I brought the nervous system piece onto my work, so much more just integrated and made space. So going back to you, my love, nervous system. We have obviously our parasympathetic nervous system and our sympathetic nervous system. Our sympathetic nervous system is like fight or flight. Our parasympathetic nervous system is the more relaxed space. So in 2023, I went through like adrenal fatigue, all the shit. Like, my nervous system was a hot ass mess. So something that I was doing in 2023 was I started talking to my nervous system. And when I started feeling overwhelmed and out of sorts, I would literally say, what part of my nervous system is activated right now? Is it my sympathetic or my parasympathetic? Oh, it's your sympathetic. Okay. I now actively activate my parasympathetic nervous system. And you get, it's doing that even in the morning, teaching yourself when you wake up in the morning, I now choose to go through my day within my parasympathetic nervous system, right? And I say this because, y'all, I'm like, I have so many different examples. But the example I'm going to use is recently I went to a manifestation event in LA, and y'all know LA energy is crazy. Anyway, I live in the valley. I'm out of LA, but LA energy is crazy. And everything at the event, at the front door, everything was going wrong. If you bought VIP tickets, your VIP window was not open. They had opened the general admission window before the VIP. So the VIP were feeling some type of way, right? I was VIP. I wasn't feeling any type of way. I was fucking good. I'm like, I'm at a big manifestation event. We all gonna get in the door. Let's just chill out, right? And that's because I have worked on my nervous system so much. But I know the version of me back in the day, if I would have paid extra money for the VIP, I'd be like, oh no, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. And then I would have got all mad and angry, and I would have started my event off in the wrong way, right? No, I don't play into that energy anymore because I realize that it's all energy and I get to choose what I'm creating with, right? So even when it comes to anxiety, it's approaching that anxiety. I love you, anxiety. I know you're trying to show me that a part of my energetic field is, not shifting at the highest, or maybe I'm holding on to some burden. I'm holding on to some potential fear, right? Going back to what I was saying in the beginning of this live, the more that you literally co create with your truth, seeing yourself so deeply, so lovingly, you're going to change your world. You're going to change your reality. You're going to go through the same event that maybe your best friend is going through and they're going through it some type of way and you're going through it and you're like, good vibes, y'all. Because why not, y'all? The more that we learn about being the creators and choosing what we want to experience, oh, this world's going to be so much better. And the more that we know how to integrate it for ourselves and embody it ourselves and then go out and teach it, if that feels like something you're called to, the world's going to be a different place. We've all been in traffic. All been in traffic. It's crazy. Oh, this is my last story, and I'm going to get back to. I want to do a little bit more about the sexual energy and anxiety. And if anyone else has a question, if any of this has sparked questions in you and you have a question, a personal question for yourself, feel free to ask. I have about 5 more minutes, so feel free to ask your question. And also, just saying, if anyone wants to join the Light Language Academy and learn all of this that I'm literally talking about and teaching and guiding the Light Language Academy till tomorrow, my annual scholarship is open. So make sure you apply. Last year, I opened spots, and this year I opened double the spots. So, you know, I want to say this. I wish there were more light language facilitators doing the damn thing, because The world is sitting on light language. The world is sitting on quantum healing. The world's not sitting on channeling because we have so many vast channels out here. But high level, soul aligned light language and quantum facilitators, the world is sitting. And that's why I was like, y'all, let's go. Let's go, team. Let's freaking go. So every time you send your beautiful application in, I'm so excited. Like yesterday, I was literally just in the zone of like picturing, you know, I've been running my Light Language Academy for 3 years at this point. And I'm like, it's for me, the Light Language Academy is going to be a forever thing. It's just, it's going to keep going. Like, what will the Light Language Academy look like with when I'm 50? I don't know. But I know that it's going to be amazing. And how the Light Language Academy works is right now there's 25 modules. If, you know, after your 6 month, I add on, well, I'm still adding on modules. We're not done. But, in 5 years, it might be 50 modules, whatever it is, you get access to it if you're in the Light Language Academy, because the way the Light Language Academy works is we evolve with the energetic vibration of Mother Earth and the universe. So the universe, you know, guides me as a vessel of light language and quantum healing to train the beautiful souls that come forward to receive these beautiful activations and honor their gifts here on earth. So we grow with time. Basically, we grow with time, and that's how the Light Language Academy is. The Light Language Academy started as a mastermind with no modules, and now we are an academy. Oh, also for the Light Language Academy, anyone that joins, we have an event in San Diego in September, September 9th and 10th. And when you join the Light Language Academy, you get free access to that. It's a 2-day event in San Diego. So we also get to meet each other and hug each other and live 2 really high vibrational days together in the vortex of San Diego, which is really cool. So I cannot wait to meet you. Okay, I just wanted to bring that too. Let's go. Okay. Um, what did I want to say? Team, bring me back. Bring me back. Bring me back. Light language. Yes, 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 yes. The world is sleeping on light language. We are really requiring more beautiful light language facilitators to amplify and grow. So that's why we wanted to do the light language shadows, because just over the 3 years, one of the biggest things that comes up is being seen and being heard, right? And I've mentored so many people. And I can honestly say, throughout my light language journey, because another big question is, well, what if I don't speak light language? I've never had it happen. People go through different chunks. Some people come on in 2 weeks. Some people come on in a month. Some people come on in 2, 3 months. Some people's hands come on first. For me, my hands came on first and then my voice came on, but I had to keep working. And what I was working through all the shadows of being seen and being heard and doing something a little bit different, right? So it's when you know that, you have the clear ability to heal and release those shadows, so then you could bring them on at a higher capacity and more instantly and effortlessly. But out of my 3 years plus of teaching light language, because before I taught the academy and the mastermind, I was doing, it was Awaken Your Channel. That's what it was called. Awaken Your Channel. So I was teaching people how to channel and how to speak light language, but it didn't have the quantum healing aspect of it. But every single person that I have worked with has brought on light language. So I'm very confident in what I do, y'all. Okay, back to the anxiety, back to the sexual energy. Once again, um, let me know how you're feeling, because as I was speaking through it, we were doing, nervous system healing on everyone, just bringing in beautiful codes. Everyone, obviously, that wanted to receive. Your souls agree. Basically, it's like we're like, hey, we have this. Your soul's like, yes, please, thank you, thank you, thank you. So your soul, excuse me, brought on some like just nervous system. Yeah, I tell you, so I have a really vast channel, and when I'm channeling, I have a lot of beings of light trans. This is how it works. I'm speaking English. There's light codes coming through. There's vibration coming through. There's shifts coming through. So sometimes when everything's coming down, I'm like, hold up, let me readjust myself. Because a lot of it, my channel is really expansive. So a lot comes through even when I'm just talking and sitting here and being cute. So I hope you're feeling good and I hope your nervous system feels more relaxed. But once again, to activate and awaken that sexual energy, work on your nervous system and it will spark up everything. Seriously. I've been thinking about a couple people I need to have a chat with to set boundaries around what I'm willing to listen to or talk about. Yeah, go for it because you know what? It's important to keep our peace. And sometimes we will let people go and it's okay. There have been times where, when I was going through my big journey of expansion, I had friends that left my life and that was okay. But then I also had the friends that were meant to be here come back, right? We had to go on our paths and then come back to each other. But speaking your truth and assessing and understanding how you want to be perceived and co-created with is really important. It's very important. Um, so have those chit chats and stand in your grounded state and know that you're most likely making space for you to be you. Um, there are times when we're around people that really don't benefit us, and all people are beautiful, right? But it's important to understand what journey you're on. So, for example, maybe you have someone in your life that really brings you down a lot and you're over here trying to have your glow up and this person every time you're around this person it's like boom boom, so it's like you move 5 feet and then you come down 3 4 and you're like fuck I gotta work myself back up again, right? So maybe you're not going to hang around this person a lot. Maybe it's going to be like a 20-minute chat, 10-minute chat and you're done. um or maybe you're like, you know what, this person just no longer serves me. And I really want to have someone that wants to elevate me as much as I want to elevate myself and I want to elevate them, you know? And that's okay. It's really just becoming so honest with yourself. What serves me. What doesn't serve me, I love you. Thank you for being a part of my life. But I honestly can't see us, being friends or partners, right? Even one of my mentors, she was like, when I ended my last relationship, she was like, "Oh, I saw that coming." But like not in a like, "Oh, I saw that coming." She was like, "Yeah, I totally saw that coming." Because she could totally feel like I was the one that was like, "I'm about beam me up, Scotty." And my ex-partner was like, "I ain't going nowhere." And that's not my vibe. I am now calling in a beautiful high vibrational soul line man that is a healer, an activator, an expander. I have visions of us like literally doing things on stage together. And the old aspect of me, I couldn't see that for myself. I couldn't even fathom myself being with someone like that, right? But the universe was like, hey, you're telling me you want to grow, you want to quantum leap, but you got the baggage over here that keeps pulling you down, right? And the universe was like, okay, we can't have it both ways. So sometimes life happens and we get to make the choice, but it's always for the best. It's always for the good. It's always for our highest good, for the highest good of the world, for the highest good of our people. And it's really amazing. And I will say this: 2022 I was a little bit more social. 2023, I was just in a hobbit hole. There was just so many things going on with my mom, health wise, and I barely had enough energy for myself. So I just became a freaking hobbit. But this year, I worked on my nervous system in 2023. So I feel so much better. Um, and I've just been really actively, intentionally asking the universe to meet my soul family and amazing friendships. And it is wild what the universe has brought into my life within weeks. even I went to like this one sound healing place and I just met amazing facilitators and now we're friends. We've gotten coffee together and things of that. Like it's so beautiful to have people in your life that are doing, maybe it doesn't have to be exactly what you're doing, but they inspire you, right? I love having people around me that inspire me and that feel good to me and that feel good to my nervous system. Um, so yes. Set those boundaries, clear it up, even for yourself. We get to set boundaries for ourselves too. So, with that said, we are going to do one little activation, and this is specifically for the nervous system. So, we all leave with a juicy, delicious, relaxed parasympathetic nervous system fully activated. And if you want to receive this, just say yes out loud. Shoot, 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 sweet, 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 sweet. Take a deep breath in. Placing one hand on your tailbone, whatever hand it is, it does not matter. Just place it on your tailbone and just kind of massage your tailbone. Beautiful. We are complete, my loves. So what we did is we just kind of reset your nervous system to just kind of relax. And a lot of times we have a lot of density in our tailbone area, which triggers our nervous system into the fight or flight. So we just really put some healing energy there. And it's still working. Just to reset, calm. Take a deep breath into your nervous system. My nervous system feels like a fucking juicy, delicious cloud. Feels so good. Are you saving this live? This has been amazing. Yes. Oh, I love it. Thank you. I'm going to save this live on Instagram, and then I'm also recording it in the background. So it's going to be on my podcast, The Recoded Wealthy Woman, and then it's also going to be on YouTube as well. So you can always tap back in if you missed anything. And the beautiful thing is when you tap back in, you'll probably hear something that you didn't hear before. Like the other day, I've been listening to one meditation for maybe about 6 months. And I told my sister the other day, I was like, I've never heard this before. But as you're going, you're starting to hear new things, and it's not that the words are changing, but your conscious mind is receiving it in a different elevated way. So you're picking up on it, different things to integrate, which is really cool. I love you. You're amazing. Tune in. Just let this settle in. Feel free to DM me. Feel free to share with me if you did any of the techniques in here. Also, if you have people that you're like, y'all need to listen to this live, send it over to them so that they can hear the tips and tricks and get some healing into their week. I love you. I adore you. If you have questions, if you do feel like the Light Language Academy is for you and you kind of want to know your personal path with it, just send me a DM and I'll give you a little channeled message. And then if there is something else I can support you with, obviously just go into link in my bio. I have my money embodiment program, which is phenomenal. I'm in love with my money embodiment program. Like I do my programs, y'all, and every time I do them, I am like this. Higher self alignment program is fire. I also have what else do I have? I have my quantum healing program. So if you want to come in for just beautiful quantum healing, deep quantum healings, I have that. It's a monthly subscription. And then I have obviously my one-to-one calls. The biggest call that I would recommend to the collective right now is either quantum healing or a nervous system abundance reset. Those are, I mean, all my calls are, but those right now, with the energy we're in right now, are really amazing for the collective. So I love you. You're amazing. You're powerful. Take a deep breath in, hand over your heart, and let's just make one beautiful declaration to the universe. So you can say, I choose love. I am love, whatever you want to say. I am love. I am abundance. Just claim it. I am relaxed. My nervous system is healed. My mind is healed. My body is healed. Yeah. I always say this, and if you listen to my podcast, you know this. Okay, one more thing. My team always tells me, because it's like, I am healing. My team always tells me, I am healed. even if you're healing. I am healed because it's helping you quantum leap into a higher healed version of yourself. So even if you're like, I'm healing my nervous system is healed. Okay, this hair color, y'all. She might be coming out more often. All right, I love you. Mwah. Bye, my love. See you soon. Bye, my loves. And see you soon.